Everybody wants to know what the future of the GOP is gonna look like. Well, at least according to Kevin McCarthy's travel session schedule, it looks like it might look kind of like it did a couple of months ago, because he recently traveled down to Mar-a-Lago, and Ilhan Omar tweeted out this photo that was apparently a spread of him posing very awkwardly with Donald Trump. And Ilhan Omar responded with, I see, begging the loser insurrectionists to help them not lose again in 2022 is the strategy the GOP is going with. It's an interesting strategy because they lost control of the House under Trump, the Senate under Trump, and eventually the presidency under Trump. They've got the Supreme Court in their back pocket. They've got that. But I'm curious, starting with you, Charles, what do you think about the future of the GOP? Is it going to stick with Trump? Is Trump going to turn against it? How is that going to go?
So here's the deal, John. I think that the GOP is going to have to figure out who's going to be able to be the most racist, the most sexist, the most xenophobic person that we can put up that the public is going to stand. Why do I say that? I say that because quite obviously the target for 2024 is going to be Kamala Harris, because we're not expecting Joe Biden to do 2 terms in office, which makes her the presumptive Democratic favorite. And so in order to energize their base, they're going to have to summon all of the anti-identity politics folks within their party, within their grasp, that are going to come out and turn out that vote. So the question becomes, do we feel like Trump is the person to deliver the message, or can we find someone in the next 18 to 24 months that is going to be able to deliver the same message, but perhaps make it more palatable to our base? And so ultimately, that is where the question lies, because from a strategic standpoint, I have no doubt and no question in my mind that their game plan is exactly the same as it's always been.
Rashad?
Yeah, I concur. And I will say this, there's no Republican Party right now. It's Republican Party in name only, right? Because a Republican Party or a party, period, means platform, structure, core values. Donald Trump's wrecking ball leadership completely obliterated all of that. So you don't really have a defined Republican Party anymore. And that's why he's able to utilize these unofficial channels to still exert his power and influence over the process. I think likely what is going to happen is you're going to have a significant split in the Republican Party. And I think Donald Trump is going to be behind that. And this will be a rift that they will not be able to overcome in their lifetime. But they created the Frankenstein monster that is Donald J. Trump. And the question is Trump the monster only, or the scientists in politics who created them? And my argument would be both are the same.
Well, so look, he's been talking about creating his Patriot Party, and either he runs as a third party candidate or he runs candidates against people like Marco Rubio. If he does that, knowing the size of his base, now we don't yet know if the base would go to him, but they certainly seem loyal. If he creates a third party to try to steal the QAnon people and the most out and out white nationalists that vote Republican, do the Republicans have a chance nationally as long as that exists?
No, not at all. Not in the presidency. And I don't know if he cares about the presidency. He may want to have a bunch of surrogates across the country, and he may not split the party in the sense of having a third political structure, kind of like the Tea Party. They had a third political identity, but they still operated within the structure of the general mainframe of the Republican Party.
Charles?
The reality is that the Republican Party is going to have to deal with this Donald Trump problem for a very, very long time. And it's its own fault. Like, you allowed Donald Trump to become as big as he did. You didn't do anything to sort of reel him in. And now he's got enough power to make decisions that are going to influence and impact your party. So whether it's through a third party, through the Patriot Party, or whether it's directly as a kingmaker or his direct involvement in the Republican Party, Republicans are now going to have to deal with the monster that they allowed to grow and that they fed and that they created for a very, very long time.